Welcome back to my channel. Women air wet. When they show these 5 secrets in female psychology. Have you ever wondered how to decode the secret signals women send when they're etruly in towed? It's no secret that attraction is as much about subtle poke and bever as it is about chemistry. But most men completely evolve theazines. Today we're repealing back the Ocartane on female psychology too. Cover the 5 secret signals that show when a woman is truly attracted to you. These aren't just random behaviors. They're deeply rooted in psychology and human connection. Some of them are so subtle you might have noticed them but didn't fully understand what they meant. Stick around biosby theme to this video. You'll not only learn to recognize these signs, but also understand the science behind them. Trust me. Knowing these could change how you approach relationships for now. Why does this matter? Because understanding Ziegels isn't just about attraction, it's about fostering rest, building meaningful connections. Why women hide their arousal signs, and creating relationships based on mutual understanding. When you learn to pick up on these behaviors, you'll not only save yourself from misreading situations, but Al said, become the type of man who knows to respond with confidence and clarity. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like a woman was giving you mixed signals? One minute she's leaning in fully engaged, and the next chasms this. Their reality is women often communicate their attraction in ways that are nonverbal. And when you learn to read these cues, you unlock a whole new level of connection. Let's start with the psychology and feel attraction. If you've ever wondered why women are redrawn to certain traits or behaviors, the answer lies in evolution or IPSA. For centuries, women have been wired to qualities that signal strength, stability, and emotional security. It isn't just about physical strength. It's about traits like confidence, attentiveness, and the ability to create safe emotional space. Here's fascinating part. While men often respond to visual cues, women are more likely to be influenced by emotional and psychological triggers. What does that mean for you? It means that what truly matters to most women isn't that you drive or the brand. It's how you make them feel when a woman feels seen, heard, and valued. It activates a deep sense of connection that goes beyond physical attraction. But here's where things get tricky. Attraction isn't always straightforward. We often communicate enters through subtle behaviors. And missing these cues can lead to confusion or missed opportunities. That's why understanding these signals is essential. When you can recognize the difference between genuine attraction and casual friendliness, you gain the confidence to act appropriately and avoid missteps. They is to focus on patterns. When behavior on its own might not mean much. But when you see multiplicating, that's when you know the sense behind feel attraction. There's something deeper going on in a Mont will revel first of these 5 secret signs, and trust me, y'all won't want to miss that. No? Let's get tento the first of the 5 secret signs. Women show when they are truly interested sign. 1. Genuine eye contact. One of the most powerful signals a woman can use is through her eyes. Have you ever noticed her holding your gaze just a little longer than usual? Genuine eye contact goes beyond a casual glance. It's prolonged, intentional, and often accompanied by subtle cues like beaded pupils and a warm, inviting expression. Why is this so significant? Eye contact is one of the oldest forms of nonverbal communication. Psychologically, it's linked to building intimacy and trust. When a woman feels connected to you, she's naturally drawn to make eye contact as it signals soupness and vulnerability. It's her way of saying, I see you and I want you to see me too. Here's a practical tip. When this sign, reciprocate with confidence. Hold her gaze, not in a way that feels intense or overbearing, but with a relaxed, self-assured energy. A genuine smile to signal that you're interested. Confidence is incredibly attractive. Andy, our ability to meet her eye contact without hesitation reinforces connection. Remember, This isn't a mood stirring. It's about creating a shared ment of understanding now. Let's move on to the second sign. 2 Subtle touches. This is one of the most telling signs that a woman is drawn to you. Subtle touches can seem innocent in the surface, but they often carry deeper meaning. Maybe she lightly brushes her hand against yours during a conversation. Touch your arm to emphasize a point or pluses. Her hand on your shoulder whiling at your joke. These gestures might seem small, but fair intentional and signal comforted. A desire for connection from a psychological perspective. Physical touch is a powerful form of communication. It's often an unconscious way for women to bridge the gap between sin. Number 1. Prolonged eye contact, hand pupil dilation, emotional and physical attraction. When a woman feels comfortable around, you touches her way ofenvitus, subtle, it sting the waters to see how you spend. Here's how you handle light. When you notice these subtle toyous retreats appropriately. This doesn't mean you should immediately escalate physical contact. Instead, mirror her actions in a respectful and natural way. For example, if she touches your arm during a conversation, her gentle touch in her shoulder or hand whine in phases zing a point can signal fatter and dasm wavelength. The key is to stay within her comfort zone while demonstrating that you're yatin to her signals. What you don't want to do, icever ink or averict. Keep it natural and let the connection develop organically by paying attention shown to these small but meaningful gestures. You not only deepen the connection, but also show her that you are someone understands and respect your boundaries. Sign 3. Active listening and engage bones. The third sign is all she engages with you during a conversation. Pay attention to the little things. Leaning in when ya talk. Does chained in agreement? Or mirror your gestures. Maybe she's asking thoughtful follow-up questions or lowing get your jokes a little longer than usual. These are all signs of listening genuine interest. Here's why this matters. Women often show their attraction by giving their full attention to someone they're drawn to from a psychological standpoint. This behavior is rooted in the desire to connect on an emotional and intellectual level. When a woman prioritizes what you are saying, she's subtly communicating batch, values your thoughts, and wants to keep the conversation flowing. So, how do you keep that connection alive? They is to procate her engagement. Bear said, show her you're not just hearing her words, but genuinely yander ninninger. Lean in slightly when she speaks, maintain eye contact, and dress pan thoughtfully. Avoid giving genera conquers or letting sign number 2 subtle lip biting and touching your mind. What does she notice if your folk shifts? Most importantly, don't rush to dominate the conversation. Scope and questions that invite her to share more about herself by showing you're as invested in the dialogue as is. You'll build a dynamic where mutual for play, teasing, or flirting. The fourth sign is playful teasing or flirting. This is where Ang start to get fun. She's cracking light-hearted jokes, playfuling you, or even mock arjingabode, something trivial. You've likely caught her attention. Why don't do this? Flirting is a natural way to test the waters and create a sense of comfort and excitement. Playful teasing helps establish rapport and build a unique bond. It signals that she feels safe with you to let her guard down and have fun, which is a significant step in deepening any connection. When you notice this behavior, respond with humor and confidence. Match her, but then try to own up her ordering. She enjoys competition. For example, if she playfully teases you about your choice of drink, laugh it. A fan tease her back in a light, fun way. The goal is to keep the interaction positive and effortless. One thing to avoid is taking her teasing too seriously. She jokes about something. Don't get defensive or overthink it instead. Roll with a playful tone and use it as an opportunity to show off her charisma by meeting her playful Angie with confidence and wit. You'll show her that you're someone she can have fun with, someone who doesn't just understand her humor, but enhances it. Sign 5. Prioritizing time with you. When O only likes you, she shams time for you. No matter how picket her schedule may be, it might be as simple as agreeing to meet for coffee, suggesting plans fourth weekend, or carving out time for aqua chat amidst their busy day. These actions show she's prizing you even when life is tickic. Why does these sign number 3 physicalness? Time is one of the most valuable sources we have when she chooses to spend hers with you. It's a clear indicator that she sees you as a own worth investing in, psychologically. This reflects interest and a desire to build a deeper connection. People rarely go out off their way for someone they don't care about. So, how should you respond? First, acknowledge and appreciate her efforts. A simple thank you for making time flong way in showing your gratitude. Then reciprocate. Make her feel that her time is valued by Bung. Present, attentive, and engaged one. You're together. Remember, relationships thrive on mutual affaired. End. Recognizing this signal allows you to foster an even stronger connection. Common misinterpretations of feminized signals. Not every action that seems like intrusion. It's important to distinguish between polite gestures and authentic signals. For example, fork, smile, generate tech implant, or short polite responses might just be her way of benorcious. Notice Isha's drawn too. Context is everything. And isolated. BVA doesn't paint the picture. A genuine smile paired with prolonged eye contact and engaged conversation, Isa, good sign. But a casual smile with outer signals might simply be friendliness. Note, reading the situation holistically is key to avoiding missteps. And here's a big tip, avoid overanalyzing, constant. Lie dissect her every move can make you anxious and overthink interactions. Instead, stay confident in music, open. If you're unsure of other intentions, don't be afraid to ask something. As simple as I feel like wag it along greely. Well, what do you think? Can clarify things without unnecessary confusion. How to respond when? Unitis the seasons. Confidence is your best ally. When you spit these signs, don't hesitate or susus yourself. Respond for changes in voice. Tone in speech patterns naturally showing that's self-assured without buying your avoid overthinking. Traction, thrivesin, authenticity, sorlax, and let your true self sheen through. When the moment feels right, take the next step. Whether it's asking her out, suggesting a charade activity, or simply expressing your interest in Ina. Respect forward weight, toe cap the 5 screwed signs women show. And they're interested. Genuine eye contact, subtle touches, active listening, playful teasing, and prioritizing time with you. These behaviors are subtle yet powerful indicators of attraction. Eyeing them can transform how you approach relationships. Now it's your turn to take action. Start paying attention to these signals in your interactions and use them to build meaningful connections. Remember, relationships are built on mutual understanding, respect, and effort. You'll found value in this video. Share our thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit notification bell so you never miss out on more insights. Full content